Hey, y'all know I don't waste no time. Let's get it. And let's go.
If there's a
Uh-oh.
black guy who has a PhD and then there's a white guy who has his high school diploma, they walk into a room, then what the research shows is that whoever that hiring manager is, that there is a higher likelihood that that white person will be perceived as the one who has the degree.
And you know
not
why,
the black
right?
person. Why is that?
Because black people always whine and beg and try to take it. The white man earned his way.
Man, Jesse.
So I got to ask you this: should athletes be involved in politics?
Yes.
I think,
Yes, because they have a massive following.
yes. I'll answer that question, yes.
But why? They're there to entertain, and whatever their political aspect is, they should just keep that to themselves because they're there to entertain all of us.
The same people that wouldn't the same people that say that kind of shit wouldn't have a problem with Tom Brady giving his explanation or what's the other guy that was giving his explanation on the conservative side? Brent Favre. I think it was Brent Favre. But they wouldn't have an issue with them giving their explanation. But for some reason, or Dana White, Dana White being right next to the president. Like none of them they have an issue with, but they have an issue with other athletes and stuff.
Who like what they
like
do.
LeBron.
Okay.
Watch, I bet
But do you
bring him
follow
up.
sports? You say you didn't even know who the Kansas City Chiefs were.
Right, I followed track because when I was growing up,
Okay.
we didn't have a football
Fair,
team.
fair.
We just had a basketball and track and field. So I ran track and field.
Yeah, okay.
So why should they be involved in politics when they're there to serve everybody?
Okay. And I answer that question by saying it's been here, sport and politics. If you didn't want politics involved in sport, then these sport organizations should have never signed on to these local governments and get in these local communities and say that they're going to do certain things to help those communities when sometimes they don't. And so when you're talking about athletes, I don't discredit them for wanting to do it. Do they sometimes know everything when they say certain things? No, absolutely not. I believe they're trying to gain an understanding. I commend some of them for taking the time to really understand history and understand business and take the time to understand politics and to really try to help their
Do
communities.
you love America?
Yeah, America's a great country.
Is it right to kneel during the national anthem?
I believe, yeah, absolutely. You can do whatever you want. It's a free
Is it
country, right? I would say that you can do that if you feel like this country is not.
Is it right?
You can do that if this country is not treating you the right way.
Is it right?
You can do whatever you like, and I will constantly say yes. You can do that if.
But I'm asking you, is it right? Are you a Christian?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
from this.
Sure.
Is it right?
Yes.
It's right to kneel during the national
It's
anthem.
right to kneel during the national anthem if you feel like you
What
are
does
not
being a Christian got to do with that?
as equal as everybody else.
Do you know who this tennis player is by the name of LeBron James?
Tennis player? Why you call him that?
Is he a tennis player?
No. You know what kind of player he is.
He acts like one. He's soft like one.
Oh, man, come on now. Why you gotta call LeBron that?
Because he's always complaining. This man make more money than Joe Biden. And he complaining like he live in Africa somewhere. Have you noticed that?
I would just say, if you're talking about LeBron's complaining, you could just talk about how a lot of people call him out for flopping on the court.
Do you feel sad for these people with all this buku money, making more money than Donald Trump, and in America, the greatest country, and they're complaining like they're enslaved? LeBron James, Colin Kaepernick, and all these other stupid black athletes that are complaining. Do you feel sad for them? Sorry for them?
No, because the thing is, as they've mentioned, and here's the thing, they are using their platform. If you're talking about their influence, their power, their money, they're trying to use their platform to speak to people who may not have that opportunity.
But why don't they do it for something good rather than making up all these lies that you can't make in America if you're black?
Well, here's the thing. It's not necessarily about that because a lot of people don't understand that when Colin Kaepernick went on his campaign to donate money to certain organizations to make things better for people.
Right.
Nobody really reported that. It was the Know Your Rights campaign.
Well, he kneeled to, He went against the flag. He went against America.
He didn't respect the police.
He went against the soldiers. He went against everybody.
But
and he's white.
But here's the thing.
Did you know he was white?
He's half white.
Same thing.
But so half white is all the way white.
Yeah.
Okay. But here's the thing. So as many people that have said that, okay, he's disrespectful to America, he's disrespectful to the flag. There have been several other soldiers that have come out who went to war who agree with them, or at least say that, you know, it's your right to do so. And I would have to agree.
But
no matter how you feel about it, it's your right to do so.
Right, though, right? Real fast answer to these questions.
Okay. When
would black people be happy and say that's enough? When will we know that they're satisfied? Because they wanted affirmative action, we gave them that. Okay. They wanted to get into the white school, we let them get into that without earning. They want to move into the white communities.
Okay.
We let them do that without earning it. Mm-hmm. And now they want reparations. They even wanted the white woman, so we gave up the white woman to them. Remember that?
Wait. No. So you're not calling yourself black, is what you're saying? I
am black, but I'm not into the black thing.
Okay, gotcha.
And so we gave them the white woman. When will it be enough?
Well, I think the thing
when
is...
When would they say, okay, white folks, we had enough, we got what we need?
I can't give you a short answer to that. Again, it's complicated. Because it goes back to that concept of retention, right? Where you're saying that, okay, black people have gotten all this stuff, they've done this. Well, again, the research shows that you can put several black people into a space within the organization.
And they're destroyed.
No, I'm not going to say that.
You got to agree that everything black people touch, they destroy.
Oh, no, I can't.
Tell me one thing that they built. Majority of black people live, or majority of black people did, and you want to live there.
Atlanta is a great place.
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
When the black moved, it used to be when I was growing up.
You've been there?
I've been there. I used to hang out there.
Atlanta has a lot of there's a lot of wealthy black communities here too. So I'm actually curious. I would live in some of the areas over here, like in Fairfield. There's some black communities over there. There's some like I don't know. This guy is hilarious, man.
I grew up in Alabama, which is 2 hours away.
Sure.
And it was beautiful. The white man was in charge.
Okay.
Now Atlanta is crime-ridden. White people running. It's a mess. So Atlanta, can you name one other?
But you know, there's crime-ridden
Can you name one
everywhere.
Other place where
I just named the place.
Running?
I just named the place off the top of my head.
Right, you just made that up, though.
No, it's not even true. How is it not true?
It's a mess now.
But is that factual? Or are you just going off of what you...
a mess.
But where are the
Wendy
facts?
Burger and everything.
But where are the facts that show this?
I did on my show. I showed a map where they had laid out the crime.
I would love to see that.
Okay,
yeah.
We'll send it to you.
Please.
It's out of control.
Okay.
So I gotta ask: do you believe in white supremacy?
I'm trying to, because the thing is, with this concept of white supremacy that's out there is very complicated. I believe that in this country, white people not all white people are bad. So let me get that straight.
Have you ever dated a white girl?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you want to?
No, I never thought about
it. You think about it now?
No. Because I shouldn't think about the nappy-headed black woman. Is that what you're saying? But no.
I want me a black woman.
White supremacy exists.
Mama Bear.
Why do you believe
Beautiful black woman.
Because
Mama Bear.
Fact show.
But why is it that black people think white people are superior to them when white people clearly don't think that? Because it's the blacks who got the white people on the run, making them think that racism exists.
Amazing.
So why do blacks feel that white people are superior to them?
I don't know. I don't know of, at least in my circle, of any black people who feel that white people...
Yeah, blacks don't think it, whites think it. He's got it backwards.
Are superior to them. Me personally, I feel like my intelligence shouldn't be based off of white standards. I just believe that, again... Yeah.
So you believe then that the black people who are calling white people white supremacists, they believe that white people are superior to them.
Oh, man.
No. It's not about the concept of being superior. See, that's the problem.
But they say that, and white people don't feel that way.
Well, see, white supremacy, that, again, it's a loaded concept. Many people may say that that's the true angle of it, but when you're talking about white supremacy, it's this. It's to give you an example. you're talking about, okay, if there's a black guy who has a PhD and then there's a white guy who has his high school diploma, they walk into a room. I'm just giving an example.
Right.
Then what the research shows is that whoever that hiring manager is, that there is a higher likelihood that that white person will be perceived as the one who has the degree.
And you know
not
why,
the black
right?
person. Why is that?
Because black people always whine and beg and try to take it. The white man earned his way.
No,
you and I would think that too.
White people earn their way all the way.
Because
Are
you
you
don't
sure
hear
about
them
that?
begging and blaming. And nobody want a beggar and a blamer to work for them.
Well, but you
Right.
know, it's beggars and blamers on all sides of that.
But am I
It's not
right
just
about
black
that, though?
people though? No, nobody wants a beggar and blamer. You're right.
Tell black people to stop begging.
Hey, man, every time Jesse always give you a good laugh, man. He's a good dude, man. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if he's a good dude. I don't really know Jesse like that, but definitely I think like he has a strong opinion against the black community being black. And it's always weird to me, but hey, you know, some people like it, some people don't. Hey, you know what? I'm out, y'all. Peace. Oh, wait, okay. Peace.